Hey Clashers, we have won our match yesterday, and if you haven't checked it out yet, there were crazy attacks and there was like 9 healer charges and everything. You should for sure check out the video of yesterday. But today we want to check out something different, and that is actually after the match I checked out the attacks of our opponent. Like I just wanted to double check what strategies did they use, what strategies had they success with. So I thought, okay, I will just skip through all of them, and I want to show you guys the first attack on the rank 1 base of us. And that was the army which I saw. Now, the first time I saw this, I was like, okay, whatever. This guy's just going to like one walk a corner and spam everything in. Actually, I was kind of surprised what he did instead. So, let's take a look at what Keule is actually doing with this attack and how he's approaching this. And then, as soon as we are watching this attack and we have learned from him, we are going to try this in Legend, because for some reason I kind of think this strategy is kind of cool looking, at least. So what is he doing? The first thing is, I would say, somewhat classic. He found a nice spot for the Flame Flinger. On the other side, he's using that Queen to charge the tower, which is it's kind of ambitious. I would have not done that myself because this Warden is out of range, so I would have never even thought about that. But he's just saying, whatever, I got this, my queen is OP. And now the twist, because I would have thought, okay, he's coming in from the top side with the Yetis, but instead now, he's coming in from the bottom side. So what I think is so cool about this strategy is that he's playing this pretty similar to Queen Charge Hybrid. Which the first time I saw this, I was just completely confused, because, as I said, I thought this would be just a regular smash attack. Queen Charge or Warden Walk into the smash. But this guy is just doing and flipping everything completely on its head. Like, completely different approach. And he's not even having healers on here. But with the Yetis being so tanky, they can just go through everything without any problems. The Flame Fling at the same time as well, getting some great value. And the next thing, which I want to talk about, is the Super Archers. The Super Archers are having such a different range to all of the other troops out there, which makes this strategy really unique, and at the same time makes it really hard to defend. Because as a base builder, there is 2 ranges you always try to defend. 2 ranges. The first range is the range of the Queen. So this means, for example, if you're coming in and if you're running around the outside, you want to place your buildings inside the second layer in the compartments. You want to build them out of range of the Queen. That might sound obvious, but that's like the fundamental for all of those base builders out there at the moment. That's the first range. The second range being the 2 tile gap in between of buildings, or like the wall and the building. For example, like this wall and this building, the air defense which just went down. The reason over there being that with that distance, Super Wizard, especially like a Super Wizard Blimp, cannot reach over the wall and get the target building down. Those 2 ranges are getting used a ton in different setups, different compartments, but they're always the fundamental when base building. Those Super Archers are now throwing everything out of the window, and they're just, I hit this, I hit that, I hit everything, totally fine. So that is kind of a crazy approach. But now, I don't want to like front Judas or whatever, but I think the base wasn't the best. So I thought, okay, I will just check out his second attack, and I'm spoiling you already that it's a 3-star, but the crazy thing is that it was on this base. This is actually a tribe base, built by Stefan, one of the best base builders right now, and he actually shared this base because it defended so well in competitive matches. They got a lot of 1-stars, a lot of really low percentage 2-star attacks on this base in their pro matches. So this base is good. It's really good, and it's getting used in Legend as well. So I want to see how Keule is approaching this base, and then we're going to test it out in Legends on our own and see how it works. So let's try and learn from him. Obviously as well, no front at this point, but we can see as well Keule is having always couple of execution mistakes with, like on this one, the rage being kind of passive and everything. So there's a couple of things which I think could do a little bit better, but now he's doing it again. He's doing it again with completely throwing the regular way of doing those smash attacks out of the window. He is even intentionally raging to make sure those Super Archers are dealing the damage they need to actually push the queen to the other side. He does not want to have the queen with those Yetis and Super Archers. He really wants to have them isolated. That's the entire idea of this, which is just freaking me out, because it is like playing Queen Charge Hybrid, but instead of playing like Hybrid, he's just playing the Super Archers and the Yetis. They can just overpower the Town Hall, and as soon as that's dead, there is not much left standing. Then he's having the Hog Riders within the Clan Castle, which is giving him even more power to the back end. And with that, the core is gone. And after that, the Queen, which is Queen charging the entire base, can now clean things up. I just think it's a really, really cool way on approaching those bases, with having the isolated Queen charge and then having the Yetis with the Archers. As I said, I thought, okay, well, it worked good. I mean, it looked good in the match. He got 6 stars with that, so like a 6-star strategy, if you want to call it like that. But the question now is, does this work as well in Legends? Can this work in Legends? That's the big question. Can we make this work in Legends? So I thought we would do some attacks over there. First of all, obviously watching this to the end to see if he is... I mean, you already saw it's a 3-star, but yeah. Overall, that's a really, really cool idea. Let me know down below what you think of this strategy. And if it's just troll, if it was just lucky, if it is an actual... I mean, I would go as far as maybe even call it as a new strategy. I don't know. Like, it is the approach. I have not seen it so far yet. I have already seen like a Queen Charge into a Yeti smash, but not seen it to this in this execution. Let's put it like that. But let's see how it works for us in Legends. So let's dive into it. So I have to give a huge shout out to David, who is obviously doing the attack, because I mean, as you guys know, I'm right now doing my Legends challenge, which means I'm right now playing Queen Charge Lalo, and well, this means I don't have Super Archers active, and there's this great super troop system in the game. I hope everyone understands the that I do not really mean this how I say it, but there's this wonderful system in the game where you cannot change the super troops only every 3 days. So this means I was not able to do the attacks myself, so instead David is coming in and helping. Huge thank you to him for doing that. And he has tried to modify the strategy bit to make it more legend friendly. This means a little bit more super wall breakers. He added a headhunter in there as well, and for that he had to remove obviously some troops, like for example one of the super archers. But he's still keeping the 5 Yetis, which is important, because if you're going into a multi-inferno tower, those Yetis are still going to tank for the Super Archers. Because the important thing about this is, well, you don't have the healers on your Super Archers. So they need to stay safe. Otherwise, this is getting kind of tricky. So now he's adding the Yetis in there. He's having the King funneling on the outside. And a couple of Yetis are going in, a couple of them to the outside. But again, they're tanking the Inferno Tower. So that's the important thing. Queen is charging at the same time the Town Hall. So again, he's having the 2 different parts of the attack. He's playing this similar to Queen Charge Hybrid, and that's the thing which I really, really think is so cool about this. Charge the Town Hall, and now at this point though, he's adding kind of both again together. At the same time though, they're working close to each other. They're working together and making sure that they're getting the value which is needed. Eager Frozen, he has 1 more rage which he can use to get into the core. He's using it kind of more passive to get the rage effect onto the healers. At this point, just trying to keep everything alive, and this already looks good again. And I have to say, like, the first time I saw this, I saw the strategy, I just thought, okay, it's another spam strategy, like, whatever, I don't know. But with how he's doing that, it looks pretty cool to me. And as you might have noticed, I am switching a lot of time my legend strategies. So this means I have started with Queen Charge Lalo, switched to Queen Charge Hybrid. Now I've switched back to Queen Charge Lalo again. Then I was again not doing so well, so I switched back to Hybrid. And at this point again, I'm at Queen Charge Lalo again. So you see already, I really don't know what I should play in Legends, which is kind of annoying myself. It's kind of already getting a meme in my streams, because like before every single stream, people are asking, "Itzzu, are you doing Hybrid today or Lalo, or what are we watching today?" So it's always a bit tricky, but actually I have thought about because this is so out of the meta. So I feel like it's really not something base players have defended. So I'm really truly thinking about like maybe testing it out on Legends myself. I'm not really sure yet, but I think it looks pretty cool with the Queen Charge and everything. But yeah, let me know, what do you think about this strategy? Do you think this could be actually something which is overall a solid strategy? Or do you think this was just a meme? The bases weren't too good on this video? Or what do you think was the case why this performed quite well? I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your opinion for sure down below. Thank you so much for that. Well, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys back tomorrow for the next video. Until then, see ya and bye bye.